In a parallel plate capacitor, these are the two plates. Let the distance between these two is small d and the area of each plate is A. Now, here I am going to keep different dielectric slabs of thickness. So, this is the first dielectric slab of dielectric constant K1 and thickness T1. This is a second dielectric medium with thickness is slightly different. Let me take this as T2, this is K2, and so on. We have kept so many dielectric mediums, and let us say this is the last one of thickness Tn and dielectric constant Kn. So, what is the effective capacitance of this combination? So, the total capacitance of this combination, first of all we are going to find out. Now, here if you observe this diagram, the charge is entering through this end and leaving to this end. The same amount of charge is going to pass through the first slab, second slab, third slab, fourth slab and so on, nth slab. So, while going through this end to this end, we can assume that this is a first capacitor, this is a C1 and this will be C2, this will be C3, this will be C4 and so on, this will be Cn. So, how they are connected? You can observe this one, here capacitors are connected in series. Why? Because in parallel charge will divide, but here whether the charge is Q, capital Q, small q or dq, what will be, the same amount of charge will pass through the first capacitor first and then to the second capacitor and then to the third capacitor. That means same amount of charge is passing. When the charge Q is same, so we can say that this is a series combination of capacitors. So, this is a series combination here. So, in this series combination we have this formula 1 by Cs is equal 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 and so on 1 by Cn. So, this 1 by Cs, let me write this as 1 by, what is the capacitance of this capacitor, the first capacitor? Here plate area A and here for this plate area both sides A only. But the thickness is actual thickness of, that means distance between the two plates is D, but here this is only T1. So, what I am going to write, the capacitance is given by epsilon naught A by D. Here as it is filled with a dielectric medium K1 epsilon naught A by, what is the thickness of this one? T1. So, this is the capacitance of the first capacitor in this combination. Similarly, you can write this as 1 by K2 epsilon naught A by T2 and so on 1 by Kn epsilon naught A by Tn. So, this is the expression. So, you can write this as 1 by Cs is equal, you can write this up, this will become T1 by K1 epsilon naught A plus T2 by K2 epsilon naught A and so on Tn by Kn epsilon naught A. But what is the effective capacitance of this one? Instead of so many slabs here, if you insert a single slab between the two plates whose dielectric constant is K, then area will be A only, distance between two plates D. So, the total effective capacitance of this one will become, here let me write, this expression can be written as 1 by, what is Cs, that is the total capacitance of this combination. So, I am writing this as K epsilon naught A by D. This is the total capacitance of this combination, which is given by T1 by K1 epsilon naught A, T2 by K2 epsilon naught A and so on Tn by Kn epsilon naught A. So you can interchange this one, that means you can write this as d by k epsilon naught A is equal K1 epsilon naught A. So let me write epsilon naught A common here, because in each and every term we have epsilon naught A. So that I am going to write this as epsilon naught A. This is T1 by K1, T2 by K2, Tn by Kn. You can cancel epsilon naught A here. So this will become d by k is equal. So these terms are the thickness of the first plate or first slab by dielectric constant of the first slab plus T2 by K2 and so on Tn by Kn. Now, if you want to find out K value, that is effective the dielectric constant of this entire capacitor, so you can bring this d here. This 1 by k will become 1 by d into T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 and so on Tn by Kn. So, the effective dielectric constant of this entire combination is given by ulta. This 1 by d will become d, and you can write or you can bring this one this, and you can bring this one this side. So, let me do that one. So, if you bring this 1 by k, this will become k, the entire expression will come down here. So, what is this k? Here k can be written as this d by T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus T3 by K3 and so on Tn by Kn. So, this is the effective dielectric constant, effective dielectric constant of this combination. Suppose if the thickness of each and every slab is equal, so T1 is equal to T, T2 is equal to T and so on Tn also T. So, how this expression will change? So, the expression can be written as, instead of this k, we can write this k, this changes as d remains as d only, that is the total distance between the two plates. But the thickness of each plate now, each slab is equal to T. Or this T, let us say this is equal to d by n, that is d is the distance between two plates and n is the number of plates. Let us say all are having similar thickness. So, thickness of each plate will become d by n. So, in place of T, what you can write? D by n K1, d by n K2, d by n Kn. So, K is equal, this d remains as d, this d by n is common here, 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 and so on, 1 by Kn. You can cancel d and d. So, what is this K value now? The K value is given by K is equal, this is 1 by n. So, this is 1 by n, 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 and so on 1 by Kn. Here, if you bring this term here and if you bring this term here, what you can write? 1 by k is equal 1 by n, 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 and so on 1 by Kn. So, this is the final expression to find out the effective dielectric constant of this medium if all the slabs are having same thickness. Now, here if you observe this one, 1 by k is equal to 1 by n, that is number of slabs between the two plates, and this is the harmonic mean of dielectric slabs. That is 1 by k plus 1 by K2 plus 1 by K3 and so on 1 by K is harmonic mean of all the dielectric slabs. So, this is the expression to find out this K. Similarly, in a parallel plate capacitor, these are the two plates which are separated by some distance small d. This is the small d. Now, the slabs are inserted between the two plates here. This is the first slab. In the previous case, the slabs are kept between the two plates, placed between the two plates vertically, but now the plates are kept horizontally with thickness T1 and dielectric constant K1, and the second plate is thickness T2, dielectric constant K2. So, I arranged so many plates here, and the last one, let us say this is the last one, whose thickness is Tn and whose dielectric constant is Kn. This is Kn. So, when plates are placed between two plates like this, or slabs are placed between two plates like this, now whatever the charge that is entering into this combination will divide into n parts. This is Q1, charge to the second slab is Q2, this is Q3, this will be Qn. So, here charge is dividing. The meaning of this one is whenever a charge divides in a capacitor, this combination is known as a parallel combination. Here charge divides. So, this is a parallel combination. So, in parallel combination, we know the formula Cp is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 and so on, Cn. Cp is given by K1 for the first capacitor, K1 epsilon naught. What is area of this one? The thickness of this one is given as T already here. So, this is T1 into W, that is the area. So, I am showing this area here, area of the side. So, this will be T1 into W by, and the distance between the two ends for this capacitor is D only. So, D plus, what is the capacitance of the second one? This is K2 epsilon naught T2 W, that is W is the width of this plate, by D and so on, Kn epsilon naught Tn W by D. So, what are the constant or similar terms in this one? This is Cp can be written as K epsilon naught A by D. So, here we can write epsilon naught W D are common. So, epsilon naught W by D into this will be K1 T1 plus K2 T2 plus Kn Tn. Here I can write this as K epsilon naught. What is the area of this plate? Here area is given by length into width, which is given by L into W by D is equal to, right side we have epsilon naught W by D, this will be K1 T1 plus K2 T2 and so on, Kn Tn. You can cancel this omega by D here, and also width of the plate. So, K is given by 1 by L K1 T1 plus K2 T2 and so on, Kn Tn. But what is this length? You observe this diagram. This length is nothing but T1 plus T2 plus T3 and so on, Tn. So, K can be written as K1 T1 plus K2 T2 plus Kn Tn by L can be written as T1 plus T2 plus T3 and so on, Tn. So, this is the effective dielectric constant between these two plates. But in similar way, let us say T1 is equal here thickness, this is T1, T2, T3. If all the slabs are having same thickness, so I can write then T1 is equal, T2 is equal so on, Tn, which is equal to L by N, that is total length of this one is L, that is height of this plate is L. So, each plate is having same thickness L by N. Now, if you write this one here, how you can change this formula? So, K will become, this will be K1, T1 is equal to L by N, this is K2 L by N and so on, Kn L by N by T1 plus T2 plus 3 and so on, the total will become L. So, here L get cancelled, this is 1 by N, K1 plus K2 and so on, Kn. So, the effective dielectric constant is given by 1 by N times of, this is a arithmetic mean of the dielectrics. In the previous case, we got a harmonic mean, now this is a arithmetic mean. Mean of dielectric constants based on series and parallel combination as well as inserting different dielectric media between two plates of a parallel plate capacitor. Here a small problem is given. The area of each plate, let us say 10 power minus 6 meters square, and the distance between two plates, a small d, let us say this is 4 millimeters. And let us say K1, K2, K3 are given as, so let us say this is 3, this is 7 and let us say this is 4. So, K1 is equal to 4. So, these are the dielectric constant of these three dielectric slabs. Now, what is the effective capacitance of this parallel plate capacitor? If you observe this diagram, this first slab is inserted between two plates in vertical direction. These two also connected in vertical only, placed in vertical direction only, but these two are parallel to each other. So, this single capacitor can be divided into three capacitors now. The first one capacitance is C1, this is C2 and this is C3. Here C2, C3 are parallel to each other. C2 and C3 are in parallel to this C1. So, first let me find out C1 value, and it is also given that this is D by 2 and this is A by 2. Now, what is the capacitance of first capacitor or first dielectric slab or first capacitor, because each and every part will act as a capacitor only. So, this is given by C1 is equal K1 epsilon naught A1 by D1. Now, let me substitute the values. C1 is equal to, what is K? This is 4. Epsilon naught, you keep it as epsilon naught only. What is area of this plate? This side, this is 10 power minus 6. This side also, this is 10 power minus 6. So, let me take this 10 power minus 6 centimeter square, no problem. And what is the distance? That is distance or thickness of this dielectric slab here. This is 4 millimeter, as it is half of it, D by 2. So, this is 2 millimeter, 2 millimeter. So, this will be 2 get cancelled. So, this is 2 epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3 farad. This is equation 1. Now, C2, C3 are in parallel. First of all, what is C2, what is C3? C2 can be written as K2 epsilon naught A2 by D2. C3 can be written as K3 epsilon naught A3 by D3. So, C2 and C3, as they are in parallel, the effective capacitance of these two I am taking it as Cp, which is given by C2 plus C3 for the second capacitor and third capacitor. What is C2? I am writing this as K2 epsilon naught A2 by D2. In parallel combination, we have to add these two. This is K3 epsilon naught A3 by D3. Epsilon naught only common, but area and distance between the two plates is also common here. So, first let me substitute these values. K3 is equal to 3 epsilon naught 10 power minus 6 by, thickness is as usual D by 2, this is also D by 2, that is 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter plus this will be 7 epsilon naught 10 power minus 6 by 2 into 10 power minus 3. You can see this one 3 by 2 epsilon naught, same values, epsilon naught common. This is 3 by 2 into 10 power minus 3 plus 7 by 2 into 10 power minus 3. 7 plus 3 10 by 2 5. So this is 5 epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3. Then I need to find out the effective capacitance. Here this is vertical, these two are parallel, and the entire combination, if you send the charge will pass to the first capacitor, then it divides. So these two combinations, that is this is C1, C2, C3 are in series. So finally the effective capacitance is given by C effective is equal C1 into Cp by C1 plus Cp, that is product of the capacitance space, sum of the capacitor. What is C1? 2 epsilon naught 10 power minus 3. So 2 epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3. What is a Cp? That is 5 epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3 by 2 epsilon naught 10 power minus 3 plus 5 epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3. Here you can say epsilon naught 10 power minus 3 common. So let me take this is 2 into 10 epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3 into epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3 by here epsilon naught into 10 power minus 3 common. This will become 2 plus 5, that is 7. 1 epsilon minus 3 cancels. This will become 10 by 7 into 10 power minus 3 epsilon naught. So this is 10 power minus 2. So this is epsilon naught into 10 power minus 2 by 7. So this is the effective capacitance. Now in the options, if the answer is given as epsilon naught into minus 2 by 7, you can choose this one, or you can write this also. We know the expression for this one, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal 9 into 10 power 9. So what is epsilon naught? This will be 1 by 9 fourths, 36 pi into 10 power 9. So you can replace this epsilon naught with this value. So this answer will become C is equal 1 by 36 pi into 10 power 9, 10 power minus 2 by 7. So this will be minus 9 minus means minus 11. So this is 1 by 36 pi into 7 into 10 power minus 11. This will be 36 into 7, 1 by 252 pi into 10 power minus 11 farads. Or if you want to convert this into picofarads, divide with 10, multiply with 10. So this will become 10 into 10 power minus 12, or 10 by 252 pi picofarads. This is the final answer. So you can stop your calculation here itself if the option is given in terms of epsilon naught. If option is not given, then you have to find till this value. Whether it is given in farads or micro, this is in farads only because epsilon naught value is not substituted here. So this is in picofarads.